I'm Richard Edwards. I'm a senior solicitor here at Potter Rees Dolan. I've got a wide caseload. Some of my clients have suffered amputations, and I'm also involved with amputees in the charity sector as well. So I have a fair understanding of what amputees go through. So as a personal injury lawyer, my job isn't simply to identify a defendant and obtain a judgment against them so that we can recover some compensation from them. And it isn't only to obtain the maximum award of compensation, but a big part of my role is to help them with rehabilitation. And by rehabilitation, what I'm talking about is as best as possible, trying to use the services of various healthcare professionals, both in the National Health Service and privately sourced rehabilitation providers, to, as far as possible, get the amputee back in the position that they would have been in had the accident not occurred. So one of the first things that I would do as the personal injury lawyer would be to engage a case manager. And a case manager is a health professional who will have experience of dealing with amputees, and their job will be to coordinate the provision of rehabilitation both in the National Health Service and privately. We would also arrange for them to receive an assessment at a rehabilitation centre, and the advantage of doing that privately would be to enable the amputee to access private prosthetic provision. Although the National Health Service can provide access to prosthetics, an amputee will soon learn that although they can access prosthetics on the National Health Service, invariably the equipment that they can gain through the National Health Service is unfortunately inferior to what can be accessed privately. So frequently with my clients, the first thing that we would be looking to do will be to access, if it's an upper limb amputee, myoelectric prosthesis. So this would be a piece of prosthetic equipment which is functional, will have a moving hand, a moving wrist. If it's a lower limb amputee, it would have a functional knee joint or a functional ankle joint. But on top of that, the amputee can access appropriate prosthetic equipment will be essential in ensuring that they can return to or otherwise engage in that interest. So for some of my clients, I've been able to access prosthetic equipment that have enabled them to return to playing golf, riding a bike, go fishing, climbing, running, or anything that they might be interested in. And it's really important to engage with suitable specialist prosthetic providers to enable that equipment to be provided.